boss of the demon castle, named Baran. For those of you who don't know, Baran is a monarch, one of the strongest life forms to exist in the world of solo leveling. His official title is the Monarch of White Flames. And if you're wondering what such a powerful being is doing in the demon castle, you'll have to wait a little longer to get the answer. But for now, let's focus on Jinwoo's epic battle against this monster. During their confrontation, for the first time ever, even Jinwoo was doubting whether he could really defeat this monstrosity. His lack of confidence stemmed from the fact that Baran possessed overwhelming strength. The demon girl Essel, who had accompanied Jinwoo, was too stunned to move because of Baran's sinister aura. Jinwoo noted that even a weak demon like her could sense Baran's presence, which only emphasized how overpowering he was. As if Baran himself wasn't enough, he also had a powerful, non-demon dragon with him, making the situation even more dire for Jinwoo. However, he wasn't discouraged. On the contrary, he saw an opportunity to extract the shadow of the dragon. He was thinking like a true businessman. In preparation for battle, Baran summoned his demon army, comprising thousands of soldiers, each as strong as an A-rank hunter. Essel began to panic, but Jinwoo maintained his composure. The demon army charged at Jinwoo with full force, but he finally made his move as well, summoning his shadow army. All of Jinwoo's shadows possessed great prowess, but among them, some stood out easily from the rest. The knight Igris, the former hunter now known as Iron, the berserk bear named Tank, and the almighty mage, Tusk. These were the strongest generals of Jinwoo's shadow army. Meanwhile, Essel found herself trapped in a dilemma, bearing the heavy burden of choosing which side to take. Logically, Jinwoo was an invader, and it didn't make sense for her to take his side. But as she was contemplating this, Baran suddenly launched a powerful lightning attack toward them. And this wasn't ordinary lightning, it was imbued with a special wide-area stun effect. If it landed, Jinwoo's entire army would have been annihilated, and in the long run, it would have drained his mana reserves. Luckily, Jinwoo was able to react in time, successfully blocking the attack and saving both Essel and his shadow army. Jinwoo wasted no time and attacked the dragon Baran was riding, trying to bring him down from the sky. However, the dragon wasn't even slightly injured by the attack. Jinwoo's strike had failed. In the process, he crashed and was left lying on the ground. Baran, unfazed, immediately launched another extraordinary attack. Jinwoo barely managed to dodge the attack, and now even Jinwoo was beginning to feel uneasy due to Baran's speed. Baran unleashed yet another powerful lightning strike toward Jinwoo, but Tusk reacted just in time, countering with a fire attack. The two attacks collided, neutralizing each other, and in turn, saved Jinwoo from taking damage. He was now glad that he had given Tusk the Orb of Avarice. Tusk's powerful projectile managed to hit the dragon, finally forcing it to the ground. Jinwoo rejoiced. Both he and Baran were now on the battlefield, preparing for a one-on-one showdown. The monarch began approaching Jinwoo, sliding his massive sword along the ground. In that moment, he truly appeared like the god of death. Baran was done playing around. In an instant, he struck Tusk and obliterated him. Jinwoo was rapidly depleting his mana reserves, and Baran wasn't giving him any chance to replenish them. Furthermore, Baran was now targeting Jinwoo's shadow generals, and regenerating such powerful shadows consumed even more mana. However, without them, winning was impossible. Things were not looking good for Jinwoo. Iron, in an attempt to take out Baran, charged at him, but Baran easily dodged and defeated him. Igris then leaped at Baran, attempting to slash him with his sword, but even he failed and was destroyed by Baran's lightning attack. Jinwoo couldn't afford to waste any time, so he tried to sneak up on Baran and stab him with his daggers. However, Baran saw right through his strategy and blocked the critical strike. Jinwoo was stunned. For the first time since his awakening, he had met someone stronger than him. Baran grabbed Jinwoo by the head and lifted him off the ground as if he were a child. Baran was prepared to deliver the finishing blow. But luckily Jinwoo's shadows attacked Baran's sword, giving him an opening to stab Baran in the chest. Baran loosened his grip on Jinwoo and was agitated by the attack. Now enraged, he unleashed his powerful aura, which even shook Jinwoo. Baran then wielded a second sword, mirroring Jinwoo, who was also dual-wielding daggers. Now the two stood face to face, locked in an intense stare. The battle resumed, fiercer than ever. Both fighters exchanged blows, their blades clashing in a flurry of attacks. Jinwoo activated his critical attack skill, proving just how serious the fight had become. They continued their relentless assault, but suddenly, Baran unpredictably began charging a lightning attack from his mouth. Jinwoo knew that if it hit him at this close range, he was finished. He barely managed to escape the blast, but in the process, he lost both of his blades. He was now unarmed. Baran noticed the opportunity and attempted to decapitate Jinwoo with both of his swords. Somehow, Jinwoo managed to grab both of his arms, struggling to stop Baran from killing him. As he fought back, Jinwoo couldn't help but wonder if Baran had infinite mana, as his relentless attacks showed no sign of stopping. Once again, Baran began charging an attack from his mouth, and this time, Jinwoo had little to no chance of survival. Just as things were looking dire, Essel suddenly threw a stick toward Baran. It didn't even leave a scratch on him, but it was enough to momentarily distract him, just the opening Jinwoo needed. Seizing the opportunity, Jinwoo used his special skill, Commander Touch, which he had invested heavily in. With all his strength, he pulled on Baran's arm and completely ripped it from his body. He then followed up with an even more powerful uppercut, tearing Baran's head clean off his neck. Jinwoo had successfully defeated Baran, though some credit went to Essel for her timely assistance. As a reward, Jinwoo gained Baran's soul, and his quest in the Demon Castle was finally complete. Wanting to show his gratitude toward Essel, he told her to inform her father that from now on, her clan, named Radish, was the #1 clan in the Demon Castle. Essel, though appreciative, hesitantly corrected him, saying that her clan's name was actually Ridairu. It was definitely an awkward moment for Jinwoo,